Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to show a quick demo on how to use Vi in the cloud. And so first we're going to just join our Discord. Here you can go to our website and then click the join our Discord link. So that'll open up this once you join it, and then we'll have sort of a bunch of different channels for how to interact with Vi. And so these are all these channels within the Ask Vi channels. And so here I'm just going to go to miscellaneous, and then I'll type something in like Vi. And so once you start with Vi, it'll take over and use this task. So I could just do what's the current weather in Seattle and how does it compare to the weather in Chicago. Okay, so then I'll send out the task. And so right when it starts, we'll get this message that Vi is working on the task, and then we can open up the live stream and see how it's working. And so here we can start to see the task. And so initially it'll just be a black screen, but then in a second we can refresh it. So here we see what the current task is we can see who made it, and we can see the progress. And then once this is done, we can sort of see like the video and the final response will appear here. Okay, so it's just starting up, and then it'll take a second to load, but then we should start to see it coming through. Cool, so it looks like it's getting started. We can see in the top right that we have this Vi window. So this is our app running on this remote MacBook in the cloud. We can see the task is pasted in, and then we can see it start to go off. So here we can see that the task is starting to work. We can see that it's saying I'll check out the weather in Chicago and Seattle and compare them. So now it's opening up a web browser. It's using sort of all the tools that you could use on a computer. So it could use any apps, it could use any websites. It has Chrome installed by default. We're working on rolling out a bunch of other things. And so you could see it just did the weather in Seattle, and now it's doing the weather in Chicago, and it's going to compare those two right now. Cool. So it has both info, and then let's see it come out. So now it's updating its memory, it's thinking about what to do, and now it has its final response. So you could see the current weather comparison in Seattle versus Chicago, and then in a second, this will show like more of a completed screen. So here we have the final video recording. You can share this link, so it's sort of like a public link, and then we have our final response, which is great. Okay, so that's kind of a quick demo. And then if we go back to Discord, we could also see it here. So we can see the final response along with the final video. And so you could just add any task like this, and it should start to work. Really excited to see what everyone does. And yeah, thanks for trying it out.